Jay, everything stood out to me. I love this episode, but can we start? We don't have to start. We're not doing it in order, right?
No, just what stood out to you.
What
just
stood out to me
real quick.
The
short version.
The setup with the Italians, Jay. That part, I would have never thought that they would do that. I didn't see it coming. Oh my gosh. That woman, that was another part of that. I was just disgusted by that whole scene. I definitely was like, I gotta get Jay's feedback about how that whole scene with Paloma looked.
Paloma.
What's her name?
Palomar.
Paloma. You know I'm gonna give everybody a name, so that's her name.
Yeah.
Paloma is her name, and I was disgusted. Okay, so those are the two standouts for me.
Okay, all right.
What about you?
Yeah, I like the episode. Definitely a good episode. Of course, Palomine. She could be a Palomine. I know that much. That whole thing with her and Kanan, I knew would happen. But when it was with the daughter and she talking about this is something that every girl got to go through, I'm like, wow. Whoa, snap.
I got a lot to say about that, Jay.
Woo, she was not playing. And but what really stood out for me was how Symphony don't know how close he came, boy. He better be what it say, thinking about his lucky stars, you know, what you could be my lucky star. Hey, he need to play that in that old ass Volvo tonight, cause straight up.
Ignorance is bliss, Jay. Ignorance is bliss.
Boy.
Okay?
Woo-wee! It was about to be over. So
that love inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
When she saw him at the door, she got all fix myself.
Yeah,
who at the door, right? So
right.
It's that love.
Yeah, because she put that down, had to contain herself, like.
Mm-hmm. Yes, let's fix it together. Jay, you don't do much. Let me fix it up here. Yes.
Yeah, so great episode. We'll kick it off with breaking down a couple of the scenes. A lot happened this episode.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, they put a lot of content in 1 hour. They made up
for last week. Well, they gave us last week and this week together in one.
So, one of the things that we saw this week is that Jukebox was going to visit her booth, and we saw Pops there. We all knew Pops was a lot more understanding than Moms. What did you think about this scene and how they were both there, kind of just, coincidentally at the same time to see they missing loved one? What's your thoughts on that?
This scene was nice. They did it right because it's like, even when the father said he was leaving, I'm like, you leaving? She was there first. She got to go. But then he said, he comes there every day. So it was more understandable. So that scene was fulfilling to me. And, it showed that it just gave her that little motivation to go fix the tape, for him, because she knows how she feels. So she could, empathize with him. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely liked this scene. It was good, and like you said, we all knew that the father was more liberal and he understood. Mm-hmm. So it was good to see her get that connection and a little bit closure too.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with what you say, and just to add in, what I noticed as well is she was spooked when he came, and even after he was cool, the mom put the fear in her heart, didn't Moms? She was looking around for Moms, like it was the chupacabra or something on her ass. I mean, she was like, and he said, hey, look, man, we getting a divorce, and we saw that he couldn't take what was going on, and I know a lot of the guys said, why is he letting her talk to her like that and things? So it's good that he at least getting a backbone and realizing that that she ain't the right one for him, and a lot of different reasons why. So, you know, that was pretty good.
Said that death promoted the inevitable. Like, he knew, I guess it possibly could have happened after college, but now that she's gone, the glue is gone. Because she's a hot mess. And for a liberal person, a calm, collective individual, that's a lot to deal with, you know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Another thing that I did like seeing is Lulu. He putting down that needle on that wax. He waxing that hair. He putting down some track waxing, tearing it up. But it seemed like he was doing it as a job, and he wasn't really into it. And she was into it, talking about, yeah, do this, boom, finish. And we see, yeah, she really liked Lulu. So what's up with this? What was your thoughts when you saw Lulu having to do his duty to please that booty?
Oh gosh, Jay, how am I supposed to talk after you say that? Well, I knew she was going to be on his team. It just made sense to me, right? He got a lot on his mind, Jay. He got a lot on his mind right now. That song got to get airplay. You see, he's thinking about a bunch of different stuff, because now the studio was his responsibility, sink or float, you know?
Mm-hmm. He had a lot on his mind and on his thang-a-lang right there, But
you know, sometimes when y'all got a lot on y'all mind, y'all can't focus. Like, the two heads don't operate at the same time.
That's true.
So, right. So I could see why he was, you know, and then after the whole crazy stuff, you're going to be like, you got finished? Girl, you out your damn mind. You heard what he just said?
Yeah, that was ridiculous. She got a disconnect. Finished. Shoot. I'm like, that's the last thing I'm thinking about right now.
Right.
So, Crown, as we see, the legend continues, and it seems that behind Lulu back, he got other people that he was borrowing money from, and Duddy Ranks, Shabby Ranks, and the crew want their money. Just like he did. What on gun but that money now? He don't know the money. That Crown knows that money. This is now our studio. If you don't pay the 50,000.
They sounded right. You and them had the same accent. Like, this is how I feel about P Valley, right? Why you can't get the correct people to play the damn parts? We 2022. Why you kissing? You trying to tell me they ain't got no Jamaican actors in SAG? Stop it,
right?
Stop it. This is. I accepted.
We
this
don't
in
pay the dues. We don't pay dues now. Don't do it now.
No, Jen. Unacceptable. I was so pissed off at this. I damn near mute the TV. I was like, I'm not listening to this. It made me so mad. Like, it's 2022. They was doing this in 1992. Stop it. Give us some credit.
Boy. But with that being said as well, Lulu, it seemed Crown was borrowing money from multiple people, and Lulu ain't the only one that he borrowed money from. So now it looked like Lulu is about to have to try to figure out how to come up with 50 stacks, or it's his head or the studio or whatever. I don't know. Kelly, you there? I think we got technical difficulties for a moment with Kay Leezy, but when she get back straight, we'll get in there. So now I think that Lulu, for one, should have had 50,000. Like, with all the money that he is making with Rock and that business. I mean, she got the whole projects on lock, and he don't have 50,000. I mean, what is he doing? I mean, I guess he spent all his money into the business more than he should have, and now he's broke, because we then saw later that he went to the projects so that he could end up taking money off the books without them even counting it. But then we later saw him get jumped and beat in the alley, when he could have gave the money then and avoided that when dude walked up. Yeah, dude already bust out his window, so that might have been the problem on why he ain't get a chance to say nothing yet. You say Lulu not working, so I mean him and Marvin was never foot soldiers. And so he's still showing up to meetings and things with Rock when they had the meetings with the Italians and stuff like that. So, I mean, he should be still getting paid, still bringing in something. And what they have him going through where he don't have any money and struggling like he is, I don't know what happened to Lulu Money. We got Kay Leezy back. Technical difficulties, live TV. It happens.
Guys, I hope it doesn't continue, but if it does, I'll fix myself yet again.
Right. It happens. But, what do you think about Lulu, and should he have had 50 grand? You think, why is he ain't got no money?
Remember, Rock got the money on squeeze, Jay. Rock not letting that money go. It looked like if she giving them allowance. You know what I mean? So because her money is her money, their money is her money. So I could see why he didn't have that readily available, because Rock got the money on squeeze. She let it be known. Y'all working for me.
Mm-hmm. Now, what you think about Lulu when he got jumped though? Because he had already took the 50 grand out of the projects. Why he ain't just give him the money? What he took the money from the projects for? What you think? He didn't get a chance to give it to him, or what? Because it wasn't.
Maybe it wasn't completely the 50 grand. So he, I don't know, because they did run up on him like, we just want to let you know who you dealing with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it could have been that he didn't have the complete amount of money. That's why. But did they give him a chance? Or he could have been like, wait, I got the money in the car. Hold up. I don't know.
He was about to pull that gun on him for hitting his car. So we don't know if he was going to give it to him or not. But then he later talked to Fareed and sold a half of, Cartier's half, a quarter of the company. For 50 grand, you gave up a quarter of your company for 50 grand. What you think about that move, and what you think is going to happen with that relationship?
It was buffering, so I didn't hear you ask me the question.
Oh, okay. What you think about him selling that percentage of the company, the 0.25% to Fareed for 50 G's, and now he looking in the studio like how Cartier was looking over at Lulu. Now he the Cartier and he looking at the Lulu. You know what I'm saying? Which is Fareed. What you think about this now situation?
I didn't like it. You see how he gave it another look at the end, like, he jumped in bed with the devil. He got his sister on one hand, and now look what he did. So they're gonna have to team up and kill Cartier. I'm not sure, but it might be one of those power killings, because it's gonna have to be vicious. You know what I mean? You already see that Rock don't got no damn respect for him. So they may come together to take care of him, but I want to see what Zaza gonna say about that, because he gonna have to talk to her. That she his team right now. You know what I mean? So that was a bad move, and he knew it was a bad move. But I always say, you don't make no moves when you're desperate. You gotta chill. Even though stuff look crazy, relax. You're gonna get it. Don't make no move, because he's sleeping with the devil. And he said he's a silent partner, but he in the studio like, wait.
Right. Yeah, right. You know damn well he ain't about to be silent. And he said something that he said to Lulu that Lulu did. He said, what? Another person's misfortune is another man's opportunity, something to that, regard. And Cartier was messing up, having a problem. That was Lulu opportunity. Yeah. Now Lulu messing up, having a problem. That's his opportunity. So
Lulu did that to Camacho. Camacho was messing up, having an opportunity. Lulu did that. So
Crown. Lulu. I said Cartier. I meant Camacho.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's exactly the same thing. And then he was like, that. And so he know already this is what you did to get in, and the same here. And
you got to get him.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, man, we'll see how it all play out. But I'm starting to see how the downfall, I'm hearing a lot of background noise and stuff. But I'm starting to see how the downfall of it's some type of it sound like this echo or something. But I'm starting to see the downfall, how these characters no longer were around, or possibly are no longer around, because this could be something that can end badly for Lulu. And also we see Marvin getting into it, and he's trying to make this deal to get Tony eliminated. Do you think Marvin needed to do that? Was that even necessary? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it was necessary. However, you in the game, so you got to get rid of the rats. It's just part of the game. But do I think it was necessary? He could have still figured out how to watch her, because she done moved on, right? She wasn't currently interfering. She moved on and she's doing different stuff now with her dentist. So I don't know, but to be honest, I would have never guessed that that's how they would have spun this part. So I actually love this part.
So you loved that he got Tony, and Tony's dead?
I loved how they spun the whole thing. I can't wait to see what's happening now that Italian's son is gone. But now Neek knows that he and Marvin had some business together, right? Neek and Worrell know. So I want to see what happens in that regard, because he MIA for sure now. Yeah,
and he got leverage over Marvin now, because he knows Marvin knows at any moment you could drop that dime and you dead. And so it's unique that you now got to start to cater to, because he's saving your ass. And that's a bad situation. And definitely don't think that Marvin should have been concerned about Tony, because she was already moved on. He didn't have any case or anything going on in regards to that. And so it definitely was no need to do that. And doing that could be this downfall, because he should have left well enough alone and moved on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't see that part. To me, didn't make any sense, but it didn't make any sense to me. I couldn't connect it. Remember when he started looking at her, I'm like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
But what you think about the nose? Why would he carry Nose? Everybody knows that Nose is a hothead, right? You don't want to carry him on a job. Why would you carry him above all people? And then what happened? You forgot how to jump people? Like, what you mean shoot him when we tussle?
I know.
I can't do that. What you mean?
Yeah, he should have kicked dude or something. Hit him upside the head. He a dentist. You scared trying to shoot and shot him in the head. So, yeah, that was definitely stupid. So, yeah, Big Nosy. He definitely don't knows what to do in the tough situation. Because I don't know, man. For $5,000, that wasn't enough for that type of hit anyway. But then for them to go and do it, because I guess $10,000 is maybe people paying more, I guess, in modern times, but. She was doing that, getting her little nose powdered. She just got through having some little makeup love time, with her boo. And next thing you know, here he come. And it was two of them. And they let this dentist dude take them down, man. I mean, did you think that was going to happen? I mean, what did you think when you saw that the dentist was not there, or they was both of those guys? I mean, of course, Nosy, we all know, is a mess up, but did you think he was going to play out that way with I mean, I didn't see that coming.
So I thought that Nose still would have killed the rest, the dentist as well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I didn't think that. I knew something was going to happen, because I'm like, he not in the room. So is Nose going to go get him whilst the son go take care of the homegirl right here? But I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, see, Nose, he should have had a double-barrel snot gun loaded and hit him upside the back of the head with it or something.
I just didn't understand that. I'm not going to shoot when I see both of y'all rolling on the floor, but like you said, kick him. We going to jump him. Whatever happened to jumping somebody? Like,
right.
What you mean shoot? We rolling around.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And it was a clean shot too, just dead. One time, just dead.
Just pathetic. And he's the boss's son.
Right.
Yeah. So now that's going to be a big problem because he wasn't supposed to be doing that type of job. It went wrong. Who was he doing the job for? Why was he doing it? And then those people gonna pay because you had my son doing stuff and he's dead now. So they gonna take the blame. Yeah, they gonna torture Nosy if they find him. And
yeah, Nosy gotta kill himself. He gotta kill himself.
Yeah, and of course, you know, he's sitting there in the chicken coop looking stupid up in there, bleeding to death. He's sitting in the damn chicken coop over there, you know. I don't know. Do they really have a lot of people keeping pigeons on the roofs in New York?
That's a real thing. I mean, you saw Mike Tyson keeping them.
I know, right? What? Why?
I don't do birds, Jay. I don't know. I don't go on top of building roofs either.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with them up there, you know. They feed them in the park. If they could have put them outside in the street, they'd have got them too. They just go specifically to sit and feed these pigeons. It's like, what? Why?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah. One thing we saw, and I did say that this may happen, so it is one of my little predictions, and I said that we see the jukebox with this relationship with her mom. She putting on this face, but mom don't really know her, and she may try to pray her way to gay if she really finds out who she is. Now, she didn't try to pray her way to gay, but we can see they laying the groundwork from that. I hear a real bad echo coming from
I don't got nothing on, Jay.
Yeah, it's every time I'm talking, it's an echo going on. Yes. But what do you think about this? This when I'm talking, just put it on mute because that echo is going real bad. But there we go, much better. But yeah, so we see why they was there. She talking. They got her in some type of Bible class, Bible study, teaching her about all of the stuff, Leviticus, this, that, and the other. And of course, she gonna have some type of feelings towards it inside. But nobody else was picking up on it, and it actually was a little young boy that was actually throwing eyes at her. What you thought about this whole situation?
And he been throwing eyes at her from the very beginning, from when she sung in the church. So he was going to continue his pursuit. I
forgot he was there in the church and looked at her. I forgot that.
Yeah, that was him. But he had on his cross-color pants at the end. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I saw
cross
that.
colors is something we need to forget ever happened.
And I loved cross colors when that was out. That was my stuff right there.
Really?
Boy, I loved them back then. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, this part was hard for me to see for her because you know how she is, and she's been defending her lifestyle all this time. So just to be a part of this, But remember when the mom and her went shopping, and she saw her friends, her booster friends, they were like, we never seen Juke look like this. She did still feel flattered. Mm-hmm. So I think this is part of the whole thing that you get conflicted, you know, am I really supposed to be this way? Because she didn't have to go out with the boy. She didn't have to kiss the boy either.
That's true.
You know, we saw her playing the game for her mom, giving him the number because she looked. Remember, she looked up to see her.
And she gave her the little wink of the eye, like, get him, girl.
This is crazy. You in church. Why are you promoting her giving out her number?
Well, it's a church boy. What's wrong with that? You gotta let go of the Caribbean. Where's that girl?
No, Jay, no.
It's okay.
It goes down in the churches, okay?
But I mean, you gotta meet somebody eventually. If you don't want them to meet, you gotta have, you know, most people figure a church person is a good person. I mean, if he not, where's she gonna go meet him? In the club?
This mother is disgusting. You know, I don't like nothing about her. What you co-signing her, giving the dude? Anyway, Jay, Juke is she's trying to find herself, and this is a journey. And even though she's trying to appease her mom, she's still trying to find herself, because you could tell that she loves the flattering. You know, even when the guy said, "Yo, when we have kids, you know, we not gonna hire no crazy nanny or whatever." You know, she got with the fever. She liked the attention. Mm-hmm. She just,
you know, what movie they talking about, right?
No.
The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Oh.
Crazy white nanny going after everybody in the 90s. Yeah, that was the movie. Okay. Athletic Mind, thank you for the super chat. The first super chat of the night. Don't get too many, so I appreciate it. It said, Marvin is about to die. Everything is going good for him, and the hit he set up puts the proper writing on the wall for his death, sadly. You know,
so you think he earned his death?
I don't know if he earned it, but I agree with what Athletic Mind is saying. That puts the writing in place for him to die, and is set up perfectly, because you got my son killed doing jobs off the books that he shouldn't have been doing. He already don't like them anyway, Raquel and her brothers and stuff. And if they kill Marvin, that could easily make Rock and Lulu go crazy and go to war with them, and could be the end of all of their ass one way or another.
No, Jay, no.
What's your thoughts?
Marvin 2 got way more story to go. Like, he just got the shrink number. You know, it's about to be. She gave him the.
That's how it works out in these shows. Soon as it's going good, you about to get the.
No.
That's what makes it hurt so much. That's what makes it sad.
Yeah, that would hurt me. I wouldn't like to see that happen. I absolutely wouldn't. You know, Lulu got hurt. Marvin could get hurt. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Athletic Mind.
Let me tell you. Go ahead.
Coming through with another super chat. Also, KJ Smith's sex scene with Kanan was a bit too much. She married in real life. I don't know. That's just me. Well, I mean, Kanan ain't 16 in real. He is like 21. And they are acting. It ain't like he was actually having sex with her. So, if y'all really feel that way, that means that they was doing good acting. You really felt?
Yeah, that was gross. You saw his little baby immature chest next to her, this little bird chest. I was like, Lord Jesus, no. Put a shirt on, Kanan. But
she said she young at heart, though.
So let me tell you, right? When you see stuff like that happening, that means that whatever traumatic thing happened to her happened at that age, Kanan and her daughter age. So that's why she's in that twisted cycle.
Happened with her mother, because she said every girl go through it, so she went through it.
Right. So whatever trauma that she went to, it happened when she was around 15, and that's why she's still attracted to these little boys. And she ruthless with it. She not just sneaking around. She ruthless with it. And what? You going after her? You know, she messed up the poor boy head. All kind of Jay. Yeah. He didn't know what to do, because at first he was like, "What are you talking about? This can't be right." And then she pulled him back in with her pizzazz.
Pizzazz, more like Passad. The pizzazz, puss and ass is what she pulled him back in. Puss and ass is what it was. Birdman Jr. couldn't resist. He was up in there. You know what I'm saying?
He couldn't resist that. Even if he wanted to, there was just no way. That power she had over him at that point, forget it. He was a goner. He couldn't even go after his little girlfriend. He was such a freaking goner. She's a dirty woman indeed.
Man, that's full grown snapper. He ain't ready for that. He couldn't resist. She pulled them little things off. She was like, I gotta go. She like, hold on. Boop, boop, boop. He was like a deer in the head, like.
I'm done.
Like
Where
the
these
Three
sound
Stooges.
effects coming from, Jay? Yes, she made him stupid. He didn't have no choice in the matter. She's evil.
Yeah, they say this the new Carrie Milgram and Zeke. You know, Power does use similar storylines.
Yes, they do.
She was teaching him a thing or two, all right.
She's abusing him. She was abusing him.
Yeah, it's crazy how it is a double standard, but truth be told, yeah, she too old to be messing with him. And then not only that, she messing up her daughter's head, taking her daughter's boyfriend, being the way she is in her face. And then he was even more mature than her in the sense of saying, what you mean it ain't no big deal? Your daughter just saw her boyfriend with her mama. She like, it's all right. She get over it. Da, 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 da. He like,
ain't nothing natural about that.
Wow. That was something right there. Yeah,
Paloma is nasty and she's dirty, Jay. All I have to say.
Yeah, boy, she ain't no joke. That girl, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it for coming through and supporting the channel, spreading a little love. She said, love you and Kelly Lee reviews. Rock is diabolical. Love Marvin blushing with the counselor. Lulu made a deal with the devil.
Yes. 100%. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate, the support and everything. Glad you love the channel and the reviews. Speaking of Rock being diabolical, what do you think about her when she was going to take out Symphony? Did you think she was going to actually do it?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah. I thought she was going to do it.
Why did you think she was going to actually pull the trigger?
Because Rock, she has a gear that switches off. So you see when they were having the conversation on the street, I'm glad she didn't do it. But when they were having the conversation on the stoop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when she was coming out, oh my gosh, he pulled up to the crib, blah, blah, blah. She's getting all, fancy, feminine, pizzazz, right? And he goes to greet him. She's listening to him. She's feeling away like, yeah, you could have said no. You could have turned it down, for me. And as soon as he talked about the detective, she was like, what you mean nothing? Tell me your nothing, because I need to make sure your nothing is the same as my nothing. Mm-hmm. I agree with that statement. I like people to clarify stuff because you and me don't got to mean the same thing. So when that happened, I was like, oh gosh, she just flipped the script and turned evil on him one time. I was like, oh. So when I saw her in the car, I was actually going to kill him. Lord Jesus have mercy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was messed up. I don't know. I didn't think she was going to pull the trigger actually, but it was about a 60-40 that I thought she wasn't.
60-40?
Yeah, 60%
chance.
Little. That she wasn't going to? You thought she was.
I know. I thought it was obvious, like she gonna kill this man.
No, I had more of a feeling she wasn't. But I wasn't 100%. But I was more than 50% sure, 50-50. But, yeah, because he didn't know anything. It's nothing he really could tell concrete that added up. You heard one person while you was in the bar oversay or overhear something before you even got to know her. But the whole time you spent time with her, you can't say you saw or knew anything. And so that was my thoughts that
she was the getaway driver.
But he didn't know what he was driving and doing. She didn't tell him that. She said, could you take him there? Yeah, other people drove that night too and left and went places. Yeah, it's circumstantial, but it's not concrete. You don't know for a fact is what I'm saying. So, yeah, nobody said, get me out of town, I shot a cop. So, D Weave with the super chat. He said Cartier has earned his death Rox needs the label for proof of income. That's true, because when she was looking for that house, she said, I own the record label. And so now that Cartier is mixed in with it, that could be a problem. And so we'll see what happens. But if he messes with Lulu, it's definitely going to be a problem. And Athletic Mind, when you were speaking earlier, he came through with the super chat, say, I love when Kelly put an added A after certain words. Jaya.
It's the Trini twang. It's the Trini twang. I can't help it.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Mr. Jones say Symphony knows she sell dope, but everybody know that. Exactly. It's not what you know. Yeah, it's not about what you know. It's about what you can prove. And what do you know you know? You know, and then it come down to it. What he don't know a damn thing. He knows she got a lot of money. She don't go no punching no clock nowhere. And she be with some shady people. And he heard that she sell dope. You know, it's nothing concrete. And then, and this is another reason I would like to think that she didn't do it, is because Howard told her he messed up and that it wasn't One-Eyed Jack that was the snitch. It was somebody else. And he like, oh, well, I messed up. It happens. So with that being said, she probably, and then he said, hey, what you gonna do when Kanan find out about your mistakes? What's your thoughts on that? And how he just was like, oh, well, I messed up. Moving on.
Yeah, I thought his blase was appropriate because who the hell told her to go kill Scrappy? Right? So I thought his blase was appropriate. And it's not like like what you said just now, he saw him in the room, they were talking. So he didn't know the difference between Scrappy and his mom at that point, but he's still straight up. He a buck, Jay, because when he saw it, he told her. Right here again, he still
That's
told
true.
her. He couldn't have said nothing, you know. He could have just been
That's
like,
true.
all right, whatever. But he still told her, so he a buck to me.
Yeah, I'm surprised he actually told her that.
But they've been talking, straight shooting from the very beginning.
But
He
that
never was shady with her.
that then throws what you say into question now, because you might be messing up, and I might make a move that can really make cost people their lives, literally. So
What she killed her right-hand man for? What she killed her ace cool for? What she bugging? No, and you see how she felt it? Like, what? Yeah, you wild out.
Mm-hmm. So Brandon Ethereal said, I wonder what will happen to Scrappy's mom. Will Rock find out it was her that was really snitching and not Scrappy? What do you think?
I was trying to remember if he alluded to that. He said somebody else was in the room, right? Exactly. How would they tell her to go kill nobody? And how would they tell her to go kill her boy? So that's on her. And he didn't have to come and tell her, even though he said it blasé, he didn't have to come and tell her nothing about that either. So maybe you are right in that connection. Maybe he had not had that conversation with her. She would have killed Symphony. But she held back because, she got that friggin' trigger finger that she had no control over.
Well, she's starting to control it now because Symphony don't know how close it was, boy. He was about to be singing hymns. His next symphony was a hymn.
I'm done.
A psalm. It wasn't a symphony. It was going to be a psalm. That's what was about to happen because it was about to be over, and he don't even know. Huh? Did
you like the conversation they had in the diner, Symphony and Kanan?
Yeah, I did. I like that, and I like that. It showed Kanan actually appreciated that relationship, and he was sad when Symphony said he was gonna leave, but he kind of played it off and held it in. What you think about that relationship when Symphony said he gonna leave?
Well, Kanan knows that he could trust Symphony prior to the getaway car. And then that experience alone let him know he could trust him, you know, and he knows that his mom really likes him because up until now, we don't see any other male attachment. So that could have been the first guy. Remember how in the first season he was acting like, what, he in the crib, you know? But I liked when he was like, what, you want me to tell your friend you leaving? I thought it was very, very cute. I thought it was cute and I liked it. And they do have a sincere relationship. But now that leads to this dirty cop. This girl here.
Yeah, Burke
doing her number one on the hit list?
Yeah, Burke definitely earned her death. And she won't stop. And she just all in the business. And she would hate it if he was doing that to her, trying to expose her secrets. You know, why you so worried about what he's doing with Kanan or not? You know, neither one of them is criminals that as of now. And then we know that dude overheard her looking at who he was CI with, and he gonna tell. So it's only a matter of time. Cause yeah,
so
but
he can go kill her.
Right. Well, that's a good one. I still don't see who gonna kill her. I know everybody will say Rock, of course, and that's easy to say. I don't think Rock will kill the cop. She didn't want to kill Howard. She could have. She tried to send somebody else. So she may try to do it and send somebody else. Still, she sent her son. Her son went, though. That was a connection to her.
That's why she had to manipulate him, because she could not do it for herself. That's
yeah, but if he would have got caught, it would have still been the same thing, is what I'm saying. So,
what would have been the same? It's two different people.
It would have still been a connection to her, because she would have had to try to get him out of jail, and she'd have been there, and then they would have uncovered all that stuff. So, you know what I mean?
Okay, I see the connection.
Yeah, that's not far enough. He would probably be able to get away with it easier than. Well, she could, but it would be difficult. I don't think she would be ready to kill Burke just yet. But she's getting there. She told Howard at the park, and I think he was playing it off as in he not worried about her. But when he finds out from that guy that she's investigating all of that on him, he's going to probably give her maybe one last ultimatum, or if he thinks she won't stop, he could easily say, you know, get her killed and then cover it up as somebody did it and ran away, or, you know, whatever the case, you know. So we'll see. I can see Howard maybe taking care of that before Rock. And then that way he could probably be protecting Rock and Kanan. You got a real bad echo today. It is just horrible.
Jay, sorry. Let me see. Hold on. Let me check something else out.
Like every time I talk. But one thing that we did see this episode is Juliana clean up nice, don't she? Did y'all notice how Juliana was looking in the restaurant? Hair nice, got her hands crossed and cute. What you think?
I hated her hair. I was like, why they did her hair like that? Ugh.
Well, it ain't the style I would wear, but
it looked like they just sat it on her head. Like, I'm like, oh, but I did notice it was her.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she's eloquently sitting having dinner with her family, and they said that they didn't really mess with her back in the day. But since Rock killed her husband, she cool and can sit at fancy dinners now. Right. I was not impressed.
But what I picked up on is that he concerned about her getting kidnapped now, but you didn't give a damn when she was getting her head beat in every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I thought was like, ain't he got some nerve? But we see that she ain't forgot about that, and she really want Unique to pay for that. What do you think about? Yeah, what do you think about her talking with her cousin and she ain't letting Unique go?
Yeah.
Sip on that tea.
That's how I feel about it, Jay. That's exactly how I feel about it. She wilding out to me. You can't just go kill him like that. You understand? You know what's going on. You know what the deal is. This is the one calculated move that she's doing right here. So just like she didn't come and kill your husband immediately either. So, you know, calm the frig on down. She said she got you. She proved it to you, yo. She killed your husband. So that's why I'm not amused by her. She needs to calm the frig on down. Yes, I get it. She was kidnapped, right? She was a pawn in the game, but calm the frig on down, because this woman proved to you that she got you. Yes, understandably, you could feel nervous about it, but calm down. And he in Jersey now anyway. He's not even around you no more.
Right. I agree with what you're saying, and she definitely is tripping. She was able to take all that beating for who knows how long. So she says she got you. She proven she got you before. Relax. You know, yeah. I know it was frustrating when he came in there and got the little Tahitian treat. But she shouldn't be sitting there without some type of weapon behind there. I don't know. Maybe you can't have guns behind the counter in New York, but they need to have somebody in the back room. They should have been there. I said that a long time ago. So, but they got somebody now. But they don't even use that to store money, do they? We ain't seen it used in a while, at least.
Right. So, well, maybe because, remember when they sent the Kanan with the brown bag to take it to the bodega?
Right.
So, take it to the corner store. So they probably still using it. We just haven't seen it because that's where Kanan was supposed to go and take the money.
Right. Now, one thing, though, that nobody noticed inside the restaurant, the people there, those three, is that they were being watched and that this brother wasn't just getting takeout, he was getting information. And so Rock tried to step to Cartier Fareed, one of his men, and make a side deal. What do you think about what she doing? And is she playing with fire? What's up with that?
Well, this is typical Rock, right? Remember when she was going to the bingo place and she got homeboy killed to try to do the side move too? This is what she do. So, to me, that's what you go to. You go to the disgruntled worker, and that's the weak link.
Yeah, definitely. You over there.
I got nothing on. Nothing.
I see. That was short. So yeah, she definitely using that same play. It didn't work last time. I definitely don't think it's gonna work again. This dude is investigating and all that, but we see that he done got bitch slapped by Cartier Fareed. She actually engineered that because he wasn't actually starting no beef. But she saw that Cartier will check somebody if he feels some kind of way in front of her. So she kind of manipulated him and said, you know, didn't you say insubordination lead to insurrection? Or was that some more shit you talk? And he like, oh, what
she the fire.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to have to prove to her. So she made him beat on him so that he would be more disgruntled, so she could come around the side real slick and look like I'm the better option. And I know that you having problems. Holler at me instead. And all it takes is for him to tell what happened. And, you know.
So you think she incited that? I think she saw an opportunity.
I think she incited the opportunity.
Really?
She incited and created the opportunity. She saw
I think she
that this
on the opportunity. I saw it different. I was just like, oh, okay. She see that he disrespecting homeboy.
He didn't disrespect him, no.
Cartier wasn't disrespectful. Like, oh, you got that money because of me.
Okay, yeah, but maybe dude been taking that and wasn't thinking of no problem. She made it look like he disrespected Cartier. That's where she engineered and messed with Cartier head to feel some kind of way to then pop him.
But
and
it was
now
happening to her.
Well, he didn't look beat up when he didn't look beat up. He wasn't beat up when he walked in there. What you talking about?
But she saw the dynamic between them, right? So she jumped on that opportunity. Like, oh, she done seen him slap down the guy, the painter, the portrait get slapped down in the store.
She knows he's that type of guy. So she manipulated him.
saw the back and forth play with them, that's when she sees the opportunity. I know you see it as, but I was like, okay, she's seeing the banter.
I see it as she saw it as an opportunity to create that fissure and incite that, fracture so that she can get in. You know what I mean? And manipulate. Opportunity to manipulate. Support Gaming, what's up with the super chat? Definitely appreciate it. He said, Marco, shoot him, Dom. Dom shoots Marco a second later. I mean, that was just idiotic. We just mentioned that earlier. He should have stomped his ass out like a roach or something with the lights on.
Right.
Crazy. So, I don't know what the hell's up with Nosy. But he definitely does not knows how to do this crime. Life of crime.
Nothing at all.
Right. He knows nothing, Jon Snow.
Exactly.
Jon knows. So, overall, I think this was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It's a lot more to get into. I appreciate the 140 plus people watching. Now it's time for the Mosco, and I'm going to go ahead and get on into that before we get up out of here. So let's do the Mosco. All right, so for everybody that's new, the Mosco is my rating system where hold on, could you put it on mute because it keeps on doing it. So the Mosco is my rating system with 4 simple categories, 25 points each max category, giving you a total of a 100. If you want to know what the score is between 1 to 10, you can always drop the decimal point. So let's get into it. Visuals and cinematography. It was a good episode. They used top-notch cameras. They showed different angles and things. Just like when Symphony was walking up, we could see how Rock saw him through the window, got herself together. Different little angles and things that they used that was nice. That helped tell the story. So overall, I would give it a 20. It was good. Not the greatest, camera thing of all time, but it was very good. Storyline and plot. This episode storyline was very good. Every part of this episode, I enjoyed it. And it was nothing that popped up where I thought that was fake or that should have been this way or that way. I enjoyed how they put it together. It was a very good episode, above average, and I would give it a 22. Special effects, makeup, costumes. I did like some of the outfits they was wearing, the clothes. I saw Unique was wearing the actual Jordan 3s that said Nike Air on there and not the Jordan symbol. We saw Kanan with some Jordan 5s. I don't know how they had both shoes at the same time, but that's sneakerhead, being picky. But overall, good costumes, and it was on par with most episodes. I give it a 20. Entertainment, fun factor. I did enjoy this episode, and I thought that all of the scenes were good. The Palomar twist we saw with Symphony almost making his last, song and about to be singing "It's So Hard." So overall, I would give it a 23 for that entertainment fun factor, bringing my total score to a 85. A 85, which would be equal to a 8.5, and I always give a 0.5 margin for discretion. So if you think it was a 8 out of 10 or an 80, I can understand that. And if you think it was a 9 out of 10, I can see how the argument could be made for that as well. So that's my Moscow for episode 7. K. Leezy, is now up to you.
I agree, Jay. 8.5 to me. I was doing it at the same time you were. And 8.5 to me, because the storyline and plot, all of it was good to me. That gets the 25 for me. So, yeah, because I do like how I can't wait to see now what's going to happen. No, I don't want Marvin to die. So, but that part with no shooting the sun, I would have never, thought about them spinning it that way. Yeah, no, I thought that the son was going to have some more time in the show. Because when Neek said, they working together, hide the women and children, because, that's a crazy combination. So I was thinking, okay, we got some more time with them. But 8.5 to me. Mm-hmm. When Rock comes out smashing, I'm always going to go to the top. She was all right this episode.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was solid. It was good, It's nothing that you would say it's the greatest thing you ever saw, but it's nothing that you could really hang on to and say it was bad or sucked or any of that. So, it was above average. It was 8.5. So, on the grading scale, what, a 7 or 70 is a C. A 8 or 80 is a B, and a 90 or 9 and above is a A. So it was a B plus. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
85.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking with. I'm solid with my 85. Yeah.
Okay. White Boy Peanut said a 7. I wonder what your thoughts was with that. Support Gamer said a 9.5. So it's one from saying it was to the greatest I ever seen.
No, Jay, that's a 10.
A 9.5. I mean, you pretty much there. You close. So, we'll see. Brandon Ethereal said, I give it a 9.7. This episode had me on the edge. The Italians are going to be pissed that Marco got killed and the other lived. I know, right? Of all the live and die, Nosy lives and the good one dies. Right.
So you think they're going to get Nose? You think Nose going to come out the coop, or they going to find him dead in the coop?
They about to fry his ass. Yeah, they gonna catch him because, of course, he gonna come down. I tried to tie it and tough it out, but I needed a doctor. And, of course, when I went to get a doctor, they found me. Just my luck. Hey, I'm walking here. I'm trying to go and get help over here. They shot me, okay? There were 2 youths. The 2 youths, they shot me. I'm trying to get help. I'm walking.
Yeah, that was, I don't know. But the sad thing about it is that Nick knows that he was going to do something with Marvin. So that part is out there.
That's currency, that information. He can hold that over Marvin's head the rest of his life, because he could say at any time, I just found out who killed your boy or who got your boy killed. He could say that 5 years later, I just found out.
Wait, did he allude to the fact that he was going to do some stuff in that neighborhood too? He said he's going to do...
He said about where I live or about where I'm at. He did say that. But, yeah. But
Marvin could have been like, I don't got nothing to do with that. They went in, but Unique has that information. I'm so pissed off about that.
Yeah. Ugh. As long as the pops is alive, or brothers, or if he had brothers, then Marvin in trouble.
I hope Marvin get a little piece of the therapist before, if anything happened to him, at least.
Little bit of heaven before he go to hell.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Gotta pay for little stinker.
Damn.
You're gonna have to pay for little stinker. You buried him in the wall and turned into a mummy and everything. A little stinker gonna have to come for you. Haunt your ass. So, I don't know. Before we go, What do you think about Marvin and Jukebox Little Talk and what he said about Kenya and all of that? And we'll get into it really good on the next show later tonight. But what you think about that?
I liked it. It was about time he said something, and he said he messed up big time, but he's been there and he's right. Cause her mother, him, left her, came back, was playing church mama to some of them kids in there and didn't even come look for her. So to me, that whole situation, I can't wait till it bubbles up. But Marvin was right. And I'm glad he did say something to her to put something in our head. Because remember, she's been just going on her mode without influence at all. So, yeah, I'm happy that he did say something to her. And he admitted that, yeah, I did mess up big time, too. But I'm consistent. I ain't leave you.
And I didn't give up, right. And he still ain't gave up. So, yeah. And it shows that therapy actually is working. Because Marvin didn't blow it. At first, when he was about to say something, I'm like, Marvin, just leave. And then he started to leave. And then when he stopped and held the door, I'm like, oh, shit. Damn.
Yes.
But he held it together and did good, Right. So I was happy for him. Inga Johnson coming through with the SmackDown with the 25 over here before we go. I appreciate it. She said it was a 9.0 for me. I really enjoyed this episode. I always love when Rock and Howard meet. I do too. Congrats to Marvin completing the class, but he's still making bad decisions. Yeah, that's true. I mean, his life is a bad decision. One good thing on one hand, and then one messed up thing ultimately, like big bad on the other hand. Yeah. Jay, can we get a video for that, Jay? You already know it's coming. I was just waiting for you to finish talking. But, yeah, Marvin, he a work in progress, definitely. But we'll see how it all play out. And, Inga, I got a little something for you right now for that money right there. I'm going to have to do a little something for you. Get it, Jay. Get it. Now the grand finale. Boo! Get it, Jay. No, Uncle Clifford surprise. Thank you, Inga, for the support. Definitely appreciate it. Everybody, make sure y'all check out my girl Kelly Lee, K Leezy on IG at BK All Day. Check it out. Support my girl right here. She got a lot going on that I'm definitely sure y'all be interested in checking out. So definitely check it out. I appreciate everybody for watching. We had a good crowd tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We'll be back Sunday night at 10 p.m. to talk more about the episode and get into it, as well as Monday at 10 p.m. So come on through, and we'll get to some more of the episode, break down some points that we wasn't able to get to tonight. And appreciate everybody for coming through as always. Kelly, you want to say something before we go?
Thanks for coming, guys. Let me do Russell Simmons. Good night.
Thanks for coming out. Good night. God bless.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for all the love with the super chat. I appreciate it. Small channel like this definitely need all the help I can get. So, hey, trying to make it work. Everybody have a good evening. Dope episode. Let me know your Moscow in the comments. And if you're watching on the replay, what's your Moscow? Let me know. All right. And everybody have a good one. Deuces. I'm out.